All right, with that, we had a 10-10-10 practice today. We were able to service ourselves, get some job-specific work done, situational work done in this period. And players got 60 plays in on offense, 60 on defense, and special teams got good work in today, too. So with that, time's yours.
Andy, how much do you enjoy just teaching screens, one of the more simple plays, just every year after year, adding something to the screen game?
No play simple in the NFL. Just make sure you know that. So the screen game it's something that's a big part of our offense. So we have a variety of them. They're all a little different, and we try to get everybody involved with them. So I mean, I enjoy teaching that like the other ones too. So lucky to have EB, who's been the guy that's run them before, who has a nice feel for those and helps design those. So.
The full handle the playbook so far. Have you felt like you've been able to handle?
He's a smart kid. Yeah, he's a smart kid. I think it was just getting used to the speed of the game, and then every route here, there's no route that's off. Not with a quarterback like we have, and so you got to run hard on everything. You it might look like a clearing route, but you can't take it that way. That's not how it works.
McCool got hit pretty hard yesterday and then still came back in. What does that say about his toughness and his kind of resiliency so far?
Yeah, I think it scared him more than anything. I mean, he got about 600 pounds laying on his ankle, but he was able to bounce back, and he's a tough kid. I mean, he played at a good school against good teams, and so it's not the first time he's been hit. And but I think that initial I just had a whole load land on me, and but he got right back in. So you give him credit for that.
What's your learning curve been like? His progression, since when you first got in that rookie minicamp until now?
Yeah, so I think it goes back to the answer that I think everything was, he had to get used to everything is fast. And then there are certain ways you set things up, but it's still fast. So there are no plays off. And when you're a receiver in this offense, it's not going to be all hitch routes. So, I mean, you're gonna run a couple plays down the field. So.
He's still relatively new with the position. Is he more polished as a route runner than you guys realized when you brought him in?
I think Brett had a good read on that. I mean, he's a good route runner. Now, the things we're asking him to do, some of those things he didn't have to do. He was kind of their stretch guy down the field and the around guy, jet sweep guy for him. So we're asking him to do all the short intermediate stuff too, things over the middle. And I mean, that's some of that's new for him, yeah.
Couple more, guys. With the quarterback, you've been asked him a million times, obviously, but are you looking for anything different? Not proof, but different, sort of like risk reward or taking chances, anything like that?
Yeah, so I'm big on that in camp. I mean, I want them to push the limits of the offense. Find out what you can do, so when you get in the game, you're not throwing interceptions, right? You're, if possible, you've already experimented with that, and you have an idea of what I can get away with, what I can't get away with. And so that's what we do out here. But there are things he can work on now. They're important. There are going to be things when he's a 15-year vet that he's still going to have to work on. I mean, it's just one of those positions that you got to hone it in, and there's always something that you want to add to your game. And so he's been challenged with the different plays that have been added, and then some of the fundamental things that he's working on. But when I tell you he loves that stuff, he loves being coached. He wants to be coached hard. EB does a great job with him. Mike does a great job with him, challenging him, and he thrives on that stuff.
What kind of practice is Byron Pringle having?
I like what he's doing, and we've expanded his role, so you see him mixing in there, rotating in. So I guess just getting back into the flow of things, coming off an injury. When he had that big game against, and you go, wow, he's coming on. He's got a pretty good feel for this thing. And then he had good OTAs, and now he's just kind of picking up from there when it's live and going 100 miles an hour. So, but I think he's doing a good job. Strong player.
Last two, what have you seen in Breland Speaks' progression this year?
Yeah, so Breland's in that rotation with the first group there. They kind of throw fastballs at you, and he can play. The great thing about Breland is he can play inside or outside. He's working on different rush moves, and which young guys have to work on. They've got they come in kind of with one or two that they really like. Well, in the NFL, you got to have a couple more pitches that you throw. So he's been working on those.
Last two. Oh, sorry, Adam. That versatility you were talking about with speed. Do you see that with Tano as well?
Yeah, Tano's, we've been doing that. Tano's all over the place. He's played outside backer. He's played defensive end, rush in. He's played inside at the tackle position. Tano's having a good camp. Yeah, playing well.
This may be a little simplistic, but a couple of years ago, and maybe in the previous years before that, you guys had some special offensive plays with different people passing the ball and some kind of trickier type things. Last year, it was mostly more about Patrick. When you tried in the offseason trying to devise new stuff to trick people, at this point, when you have him at quarterback, is there like less even thought about trying to do other things, or does that change you at all? I guess?
Yeah, Kelsey kind of ruined that for everybody.
But when you go back and design plays, how much do you go back like years ago and try to bring something back, or are you trying to always be fresh? Do you ever look back at your old stuff? And
oh yeah, you go back through and you look at some of the old stuff. Some of the old stuff, football kind of goes in cycles, so you look at that, but you're also staying current. And then the best part is I've got these great minds on that offensive side, and they've got ideas, and so you listen. And EB kind of heads that whole thing up, and he challenges those guys to come up with things. And so it might not be, you might not have tape on it. It might be something nobody's run, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to until you say we can't, we're going to do, and nothing's impossible.
Last one, Andy, when Brett mentioned Cody Thompson pretty early after you guys signed him after the draft, he was pretty high on him. He seems to be consistent through camp. What have you been most impressed with Cody Thompson?
Yeah, I tell you, that's it. He's a good route runner. He's not blessed with blazing speed or huge, big size, but he knows how to run routes. And probably a better inside guy in his slot position, but he's played everywhere. Smart. And we'll see. I'm curious to see how he does in the preseason games. He's got talent for sure.
Thank you.